Okay, wonderful fifth graders. Here we are recording the corrections for homework B. All right, first one we have is 5 3/4 minus 1 1/3. So let's think about that. How do you do that kind of problem? Yeah, that's right, stack it. We want to find a common denominator, but this time we're going to subtract. So just like yesterday, but instead of adding, we're subtracting. So all that's going to matter is when we get to the final step and write it sideways. So there we stacked it. Then we do our fraction bars. Where will 3 and 4 meet? The lowest common denominator is 12, the LCM. You're going to hear that term in middle school, lowest common, actually multiple, not denominator. Lowest common multiple, but to find the common denominator. Anyway, 3 times what is 12? Times 4. You got to do the same to make an equivalent fraction. You get 4. 4 times what is 12? 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Now, like I always freak out, write it sideways, so we get 5 and 9/12. Take away this time, 1 and 4/12 equals 5. Take away 1, the whole numbers gets you 4. 9 minus 4 is 5, so 4 and 5/12. Please be checking your work from the day before. You should have a notebook or some kind of proof paper that you're keeping all of this in to stay organized, being a CEO of your own life. Okay, number 2, let's switch colors. Number 2, we have adding and subtracting of decimals. So what's the rule with that? Oh yeah, line up the decimal. So watch how I do this. I go 4 and 16/100ths, and now when I subtract the second number, look, I don't even write the second number. I just line up the decimal first before I even write the other number. That way I don't get tricked, and I put the whole number with the whole number and the tenths with the tenths. I add my 0 right there. 6 take away 0 is 6. 1 take away 2, you can't do it, so we're going to borrow. Cross out the 4, make it a 3, add 1. We get 11 minus 2 is 9, so we get 96/100ths or 96 cents. Okay, this is the one I have the most questions about, number 3. But remember, this is just, we have to put a fraction in each of these. So let's think about this. When you multiply by a fraction, the number gets, hopefully you just said it with me, smaller. Since I told you I was going to tell you that 50 times, well, school ended too early. I probably only got to about 35. But when you multiply by a fraction, it gets smaller. So if you want to make a number smaller, this side smaller than 5, we just use a regular fraction. How about 1/3? If you want to keep the number the same, you multiply by 1. So let's think of a fraction that would be 1. How about 4/4? And then finally, how do you make this side bigger? You want a fraction greater than 1. So that means that the top number has to be bigger than the bottom number in the fraction. Let's do 7/4. Okay, so your answers can vary, but your first one should be a normal fraction, the second one should equal 1, and the third one should be a fraction greater than 1. Okay, magic 0. Here we go. Cover up the 8. 6 times 7 tied their shoe. When they got up there, 42. Carry the 4. 6 times 6 is 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Your top row should be 402. If that's wrong, maybe that's where you made your mistake. Let's kill cross magic. Kill the 6, cross the 4, put down your magic 0. 8 times 7 in order. 5, 6, 7, 8. Put down the 6, carry the 5 up, way up. 6 times 8 is 48. Plus 5, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. And then you add. So we get 2, 6, 7, 5, 5,762. Okay, last one is 5th grade expanded form. First, let's read this number. So if you remember from the first 2 weeks of school, I taught you how to read big numbers using commas. So this comma says 1,000. I'm not going to write it. And this one says million. So you just read between the commas. So I say 4 million. What do I see right here in this section? 78 what? 1,306. So let's read it together. 4,078,306. In expanded form, it will look something like this. 4 times 1 million. Remember, a million has 6 zeros. You basically just say what number you see, remember? And then you say what place value it's in. So there's a 7. Where's the 7? That's the 10,000ths. That's why it makes 70,000. What's the next number I see? An 8. Where is that? The 1,000ths. What's the next number I see? It's a 3. Where's that? The 100ths. Almost done. Last number I see is a 6, and that is in the ones place. So there is your homework corrections, but I want to show you, I have a little surprise for you. When I do these corrections, I'm going to try to take a little trip down memory lane. So I wanted to show you guys this picture. And all I want you to think of is, what memories do you think of when you see this picture? What memories do you think of when you see this picture? All right, good luck on day 3. Enjoy your hyperdocs.